Hi guys, welcome to China! I went to 4 different cities, Beijing, Xi'an, Zhangjiajie, and Shanghai back in September, and let me just say that it was quite an adventure. I got to see the best of each city and I want to take you guys along with me, so pack up, we're heading far east. Ni hao! Hi guys, what's going on? We're out at Beijing is known for the Forbidden City and Tiananmen Square. This place is huge. It has lots of tourists and no shade, so make sure you wear sunscreen and a hat. The Forbidden City was the imperial palace for emperors and the royal court. This compound is no joke, you guys, and the more you walk, the more everything starts looking alike. Hi! Freaking hot! One super interesting fact I learned was that the emperor, besides from his queen, also had over 3,000 concubines, aka side chicks. Yes, believe it. And on top of that, he changed out 300 girls per year. This was actually very normal, in fact, expected back in the days. Women would strive to be concubines to the emperor in hopes of bearing him a child. Behind me are where all the concubines live. The emperor has about over 3,000 concubines, so that's a lot of women.
This is the place for the emperor to choose the new girls, new concubine. Every year, 300 new girls waiting to be chosen.
And every day, 20 girls.
20 girls.
Wait here.
Yeah, wait here for the emperor to choose.
You, concubine here, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
They choose the most beautiful girls.
Wow. After exploring the Forbidden City and Tiananmen Square, we grabbed lunch and took a little trip to what is known as the hutongs of Beijing. Hutongs means alleys in Chinese, and that's exactly what this quaint old part of Beijing was all about. There were alleys of very old traditional Chinese homes with beautiful courtyards and a feeling of old China that just takes you back hundreds of years.
Traditional Chinese family like in Beijing. Follow me, go inside just to have a look. And here you can see is they got their own yard.
These homes are multi-million-dollar properties and go back generations of families. It was pretty cool to experience a kind of time warp being in Hutong, and then we left and saw a kung fu show with real Shaolin monks. How cool is that? And I ran into somebody. This is Stella. She's like, hey, are you House of Color? I was like, yeah, I am! We're at the most famous Peking duck restaurant in Beijing. So we're gonna try out the Peking duck, which is one of my favorite dishes ever. This thing is pretty freaking good. Either that or I'm pretty freaking hungry. We're on day 2 now and we're gonna get something to eat. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We've got a really full day, so we're gonna chow down on some amazing breakfast. This is called the Hero Steps and it's very, 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 very steep, but we're gonna take it on, so wish me luck. Steps are no joke. Take a look. One step is almost the size of half of my leg. Granted, my legs aren't that tall, but still, it is steep. We just finished climbing the Great Wall and had lunch, and now we're at a ceramic or metal place. Everything's pretty much handmade. It was amazing to see how things came to life. It blew my mind to see how much time and dedication each project required. Every bit of metal you see here was glued on by hand and with immense precision. We were wrapping up our last day in Beijing and preparing for our next destination, Xi'an. We're here at the Beijing airport and we're waiting for our flight to go to Xi'an. It is the ancient capital of China. I'm so excited because we get to go see the terracotta warriors. If you guys ever come to Beijing, remember that the air quality here is kind of poor. So if you have asthma, don't forget your inhaler. And if you don't have asthma, prepare to experience what asthma feels like. Because yesterday I walked about 2 blocks and I came back and I had problems breathing. I'll see you guys in Xi'an. Bye! Xi'an was actually China's original capital and a very ancient city. It dates back thousands of years and is home to the famous Terracotta Army. Fun fact, there is a huge Muslim following in Xi'an, mainly because way back then, merchants from Persia and Afghanistan traveled along the Silk Road to sell their goods to China and ended up selling their goods for good to Chinese women, therefore making a new home in Xi'an. Later that evening, we attended a very cool traditional Chinese-like opera show with a full course of all types of dumplings, a cuisine Xi'an is famous for. It was so delicious and the entertainment was spectacular. No China trip is complete without a visit to the Terracotta Warrior site. This crazy massive underground army was only discovered 40 years ago in 1974. That guy right there was actually one of the individuals that discovered the very first piece of the artifact. Now, it wasn't found all nice and pretty as you see it here. It was broken and shattered into millions of pieces, and they've been restored throughout the years so that you and I can enjoy their presence. The emperor that ordered for this huge army to be built wanted protection in his afterlife, hence their placement underground. We are waiting on our next flight to fly to Zhangjiajie. I always have a problem saying that. It is the inspiration behind James Cameron's movie Avatar. So I heard it's gorgeous and I really can't wait to see the beautiful scenery. So on to our third location and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Zhangjiajie was the destination I was most excited about. I saw it first on one of those random lists of places you have to see before you die, and of course I was mesmerized by the pictures. I didn't think such a place existed, a real-life Pandora like the movie Avatar. Photos and even this video clearly does not do this place any justice. It is so plush and there are huge, and I mean monumental rocks that stick straight up above the ground with trees growing out of the side. It's a crazy scene. If this scene looks familiar to you, you've probably watched the movie Avatar. Like I've mentioned, Zhangjiajie was James Cameron's inspiration for the movie. Obviously, you can see why. It's completely mind-blowing and magical. Unfortunately, I was there on a very clear day with no cloud in the sky, but I can only imagine how much more beautiful had there been cascading blankets of puffy white hovering over the peaks. The following day, we spent exploring other parts of this beautiful forest, and it was so cool to see such raw, organic land untapped and preserved. I feel like I'm in Jumanji. Oh yeah, I have goosebumps. Coming from a metropolis city, I don't get to connect with nature this way, so it was very refreshing to be able to just live in the moment. Hi everyone, we're here in Yu Garden here in Shanghai. Just had some Shanghai dumplings and they were amazing. So hot. To be tourists for a day. Ah, Shanghai. I've heard so much about you. And you know what? All of it was true. Shanghai was a fascinating city, a melting pot of international stew, I'd say. Here you can find old China mixed in with new China and so many varieties of cultures from around the world living together in one city. just took a nap, and now we're about to go eat some crawfish, which is actually quite popular here in Shanghai. I didn't know that, but saw that online, so let's go check it out. Maybe it's as good as it is back home. We stayed right on Nanjing Road, which is like the Times Square of Shanghai. There's a lot of shopping, restaurants, snack places, and you can walk around and feel like the ultimate tourist here. So we stopped by a restaurant to eat some crawfish and this super hairy crab that I've never seen before. I think that's one of the best things about traveling to a foreign place, to try foods that you're not used to. And by the way, it was so good. I basically spent my time in Shanghai just eating and relaxing. It was a great end cap to my trip to China. I absolutely love hearing from you guys and seeing all the photos you tag me on Instagram when you travel abroad. It really makes me feel like I'm there with you, and hopefully this video made you feel like you were here with me too. Be sure to check out my blog for more photos, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to my channel for more, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little trip here in China. I will see you on my next video. Bye!